Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today is a very special video. It's our annual video of 28 things I've learned in 28 years, the spiritual edition, as it's my 28th birthday coming up at the end of August. So just as you're watching this, obviously it's a few weeks ago when I'm filming this. So I wanted to share with you some top tips, tools, lessons, blessings, and everything in between that I have learned over the last, well, I guess primarily the last 6 years, but all over the last 28 years, or all of my 28 years on this earth. So I just want to start off by saying, because I feel like these videos are always so full of gratitude as well, like I just want to say thank you all so much for watching these videos year in, year out, week in, week out, month in, month out, for leaving beautiful comments, your support, your love. It honestly means the absolute world to me. Like I couldn't do any of this without you guys. And it also feels quite important because today I signed my 3rd book publishing deal with my amazing publishers Watkins, my 3rd book, and it just feels a very like happy, grateful moment as I enter my 28th year around the sun. And yeah, it just feels very potent. So I just wanted to, share and express with you my gratitude for all of you, for all your love and support on all of my social channels, but obviously especially here on YouTube. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video and take some brilliant pearls of wisdom away with you. And also, if you're a similar age to me and you're watching this like, oh yeah, I'm similar age to Emma. Obviously, well, I always think it's 27. A lot of people say 27 to 30 is your Saturn return, but a lot of things online saying 28 to 30 is Saturn return. I think it's 27 to 30 because the last year of my life has been probably the most transformative in terms of identity, in terms of work, in terms of personal life. Like I feel like I'm a whole million light years away from who I was at 26, even though there's like a year in between. So I feel that that journey has already well started for me and will continue, I'm sure, up until that 30, and it can even go on until like 31. There's no kind of like strict cut-off or start points with all of this. But if you are similar age to myself, then you will be going through your Saturn return as well, which is a super exciting time, and do some research into it because it will blow your mind probably with a lot of the common themes that have happened for you already throughout your 27th year and moving forward up until 30. So I feel like overall my Saturn return, I mean, I say it's treated me really well. I feel like it's treated me really well. Everybody always said to me like, I think your Saturn return is going to be quite pleasant and quite not like dramatic, because the last 9 years of my life have been so transformative, if you guys know from going along this journey with me. But I definitely think it has been massively transformative, and there have been, I don't think necessarily like emotionally painful things, but I guess growth, healing, and like my health has obviously come to the forefront the last year. A lot of amazing manifestations have happened in the last year for me. So to be honest, it's quite big things, but different to what I've experienced, I guess, in previous years. So for me, it hasn't felt, should we say, heavy, but it's also felt like a lot in a short amount of time, if that makes sense. So all of this has been writing the book, essentially. All of this has been co-creating a beautiful book, which is going to be coming to you in November 2022, guys. This is the 3rd book. So little bit of a wait, but it was my choice to delay it so long, just because I need that time to write it. I need that time to integrate everything, and it's such a awesome book, if I do say so myself. It needs that time. So this time next year we'll all be celebrating, we'll all be getting ready for launch of the book. So I'm going to keep the title and the themes secret a little bit longer, just to build the suspense. No, I'm joking. Not to build the suspense, but just because it feels right to me to wait a little bit, just so I can really get my head down, get focused. And I think once I finish the manuscript in March, I'm gonna feel much more happier to then like say, right, here's the title, here's the themes, because it's like a proper book at that point, you know? So without further ado, because I've babbled on, let's get started with 28 things I've learned in 28 years on this earth, hashtag spiritual edition. I wanted to make it spiritual because obviously spiritual queen, like we have to. So even if you're not spiritual, this is still gonna resonate with you, but obviously lots of spiritual themes in this. Number 1, tattoo on my body, nothing before its time. This is my all-time favorite quote. Whenever I'm asked what's your like piece of wisdom or favorite quote, nothing before its time. I heard this back when I was 18, so literally a decade ago now. God, a decade, Jesus. that hurt a little bit. And for me, those words always stayed really potent and really stayed with me because it's so true. Nothing before its time. And everything has a time. Everything has a divine timing in our life. And I think it's just so important to remember nothing before its time. Like, we can't force these things. The universe has a divine timing for everything in our life, and it's our job to trust that. So nothing before its time. Number 2, needing nothing attracts everything. Yes, another one of my favorite quotes. Needing nothing attracts everything. The reason why this works is because when we're needing things or wanting things, we're putting out a desperation energy, which is just repelling our desires away from us. It's not the energy to receive, it's not the energy to attract. So needing nothing attracts everything, because when you can release the attachment to your desires and the want and the need, you become that energetic match to your desires and you pull them in. So work on that. Needing nothing attracts everything. Wanting things is perfectly fine, but needing things is not a good energy, and it repels those things away from us. So when you can feel content and happy and at peace in the present moment, you attract everything you need. Number 3, surrender is powerful. Surrender is powerful, and I think surrender has been the biggest life lesson for me absolutely along this journey. Surrendering control, surrendering a heck of a lot of things in my life, and I feel surrender is definitely one of the key things that makes the law of attraction work seamlessly in your life. Because like I said in the first couple of points, if you're attached to things, if you're obsessing, if you're controlling, you're not surrendering, you're not flowing, and you're not in the energy of receiving. So surrendering, I feel, is something we need to all do more of, including me, and is something which I feel everybody would benefit from working with in their life, learning to surrender and learning to flow with life more. Number 4, your friends and relationships match your energy and vibe. Interesting one. And the reason why I included this is because I've had a lot of conversations recently with clients about manifesting friendships, manifesting relationships, and why they're attracting certain, I guess, dynamics or patterns or certain people into their life. And of course, everything is energy. I've definitely noticed over the years that my level of like connections and my level of friendships and relationships have deepened as I've deepened. The more I've learned to love myself, the more I've received that unconditional love from the external as well. And the more I was true to myself, honored myself, loved myself, the more those authentic connections reflected that in my life as well, with my soul family, with my soul sisters. So I think definitely like our vibes and energy match the level of our connections around us as well. And obviously there's other things to factor in there, of soul contracts, of course, you know, of people who are literally soul contracted to be in your life. But ultimately, those kind of free will choices of friendships, relationships, etc., we are attracting what our energy level is at. And that's not a negative thing. If this is hitting home and you're like, oh my God, the people I got around me, it's not a negative thing. It's merely a reminder to up your game, to choose better, to not tolerate things, to love yourself, to be able to attract the up leveling in the situations, friendships and relationships and connections around you too. Number 5 leads me on perfectly. You get what you tolerate. You get what you tolerate in life, good and maybe not so good stuff. And a lot of the time when people come to me, and I've felt this myself over the past few years, I felt quite stuck, and it was because I was tolerating. And as soon as I stopped tolerating, as soon as I worked on my self-worth, stopped tolerating and started choosing in all areas of my life, the things that really felt like a hell yes, the things that were truly aligned to my happiness and my soul, the things that really made me happy as an act of self-love, as an act of unconditional love, everything changed. The whole game changed. So you get what you tolerate. So if you're not happy with work, career, friendships, relationships, houses, whatever, if you're not happy with those things in your life, what are you tolerating? What are you putting up with? Because remember, if you're like, oh yeah, I'll just go along with this, you know, it's easy, it's fine, you know, it's all right, you're saying to the universe that that's okay. So you can't sit there asking for that dream job, that dream career, or whatever it is, friendship, relationship, if you're tolerating something that doesn't match the very thing that you want. So if you're choosing something that isn't your desire can't come in. So don't tolerate what you don't want. Choose what is choosing you. And that should have been a point as well I didn't put in. Choose what is choosing you and making sure you're not tolerating things that don't make you happy. Number 6, joy and present moment creates receiving. So the present moment is the only point in time we can receive our desires, not in the past, not in the future. We receive in the present moment. So really along your manifesting journey, it's so important to focus on joy, focus on your happiness, focus on your peace, and bringing yourself here and now, living here and now in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future, living here day to day, taking every day as it comes, and allowing yourself to be truly present in, as much as you can. I read a crazy statistic that 87% of the time we're not present in our life. That is scary. So choose to be present, because that's the only place you're going to receive your desires in. Number 7 is life is too short. Now I know that sounds pretty ironic coming from a 28-year-old, nearly 28-year-old. But for me, life is too short. Wear what you want, say what you want, do what you want, as long as it's with love, obviously, for the highest good. But life is too damn short, so stop playing small. Stop saying, oh, I'll do it next year. Oh yeah, that's a goal in the future. Do it now. There is no time like the present moment to be happy, to live your dreams, and to be doing what you want to do. Life will come and go. You'll soon be 30, 40, 50, whatever. And you'll think, oh, why didn't I start earlier? Why didn't I do that before? So don't live life with regrets. Do the things you want to do now. There are no limitations and obstacles. You are creating those. If you think you're too young for something, if you think you're too old for something, that's your story, and also probably patriarchy and conditioning from society as well, of course. But those things don't actually exist. My mum started a business at 55. I started my business at 20. Like, there is no right or wrongs, and I'm not just saying you have to create a business, but you get my drift here of, I wrote my first book at the age of 23. I'm writing my third book by the age of 28. Like, these are my dreams and goals, and we can't let our age stop us. We can't let anything stop us in life, whatever the circumstance is. Like, choose what brings you joy and do it now, because you will thank yourself that you started today, next year, next month, when you are where you want to be. Number 8, you will have many spiritual awakenings. Yes, you will. One of the first questions I asked on my Spiritual Queens Badass podcast is, when did you spiritually awaken? And 9 times out of 10, the guests will say, I've had many. I've had many too. Obviously my original kind of big one was back in 2016. But for me, I've had about like 3 dark night of the soul since, quite big spiritual awakenings most years of those 6 years. And I guess like a rise in, like just a rise in me, a new version of me as such. So you will have multiple spiritual awakenings, and that's not something to be scared of or fear. It just happens. Like, we're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to evolve, and over time you will become new versions of yourself, probably every single year. And you'll probably think, whoa, I had another spiritual awakening. Wow, I had another spiritual awakening. And all of these mini spiritual awakenings allow us to become the best versions of ourselves. So get excited by them. Hey, I'm about to meet a new version of myself, and that is something to be excited about. Number 9, you have to love yourself first to be able to love others. Yes, yes, yes. If everybody knew this fact, the world would be a better place. And we have to be able to love ourselves first before we manifest love, before we feel like love from, all relationships and connections in our life. Everything in our life, even love from our work or whatever, love from our house. So you have to be able to love yourself first before you can truly love others, and before you can truly allow yourself to be seen, held, and experience true unconditional love. You have to feel that for yourself first, because like attracts like, right? What we put out comes back to us. So there are so many, heart walls and blocks in this world of why we don't allow ourselves to receive love, or why we don't allow ourselves to give love as well. Heart chakra being the main point here to work with. So really loving yourself deeply and knowing yourself first allows you to be able to know somebody else on a deeper level and receive that love as well in your life, and be able to keep that love, feel that love, and appreciate that love as well. So love yourself first and be your own soulmate, as Lizzo would say. Number 10, healing our inner child is the best work. Hell yes, it is the best work. Best work I've ever done, most healing work I've ever done. Probably the secret to everything, just gonna say it. Secret to everything, secret to happiness, secret to joy, secret to manifesting. It's the best, do it. I've got videos on this channel to help you learn about it, and meditations too. Number 12, anything is possible. Yeah, it is, like, just period. I don't even need to add anything. It really is, anything is possible, period. Number 13, the universe is always supporting us. Yes, yes, feel that deeply, yes. And I think there have been so many times over my life where I haven't felt that. And I did a podcast interview yesterday, and I said, if you'd asked me 6 months ago, I think I still would have been questioning my trust in the universe. Whereas now I'm like, ha, that makes a lot of sense. And I think hindsight is always a beautiful thing, because when we can look back, we can see why things happened. We can connect the dots, connect the missing puzzle pieces, and understand why things happened. Obviously at the time, we don't have that, do we? So definitely trusting the universe is the biggest thing you can do. At the moment in your life, it may make zero sense. You may be like, I have no reason, no explanation, no awareness of why these things have happened or why I'm at this point in my life. But it will. One day it will make sense, and the universe is always supporting us and always bringing what is for our highest good to us. We just may not see it at the time. So trust in that. Number 14, being humble and kind returns to you tenfold. Yes. There is nothing bad that can happen from being humble and kind. Yes, if you have a lack of self-worth and boundaries. Yes, obviously, let's just cover that. Yeah, there probably could be some bad things that happens if you know, give away your power, whatever. But being kind and being humble is a good trait to have. And that's a good thing in my eyes to always have, and it will always return to you tenfold. No matter when, no matter how, it will always return to you tenfold. Okay, I totally realized I missed out 11. So if anybody's wondering why I didn't say 11, it's because I read over it. So 11, I've put inner work is key with manifestation. Yes, inner work is so important with manifestation, because if we're not doing the inner work, you might have some resistance there. You might have some blocks and resistance that you're not aware of, or maybe you are consciously aware of limiting beliefs and fears, which is energetically blocking you from receiving your desires. If you're manifesting, if you're wanting things, you must be doing the inner work as well. It's part of the spiritual journey. It's part of life. It's not some big upheaval and like stressful thing. It can be fun too. But doing the inner work is key, so key. And from doing it myself over the years, obviously, and helping clients, hundreds of clients all over the world over the last 4 years of my coaching, I see it time and time again. When someone does the inner work, you will be shocked how quickly their desires start turning up. Okay, back to number 15. If you don't ask, you don't get. So true, my motto in life. Just ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. And obviously there's a line of being cheeky, but you know, I think, you know, most of the time we don't ask for things because we feel scared, or we're like, but you just don't know. You just don't know. If you ask in life, you get. We know this with manifestation. So if you don't ask, you don't get. And that applies to manifestation as well. If you don't ask, you don't get. So ask. Number 16, we are our best guru. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, there are many amazing coaches out there. Obviously, I'm a coach myself. I help you guys and teach you guys. There are teachers, there are gurus, there are authors out there. There's amazing people here in the world to help guide us all. But at the end of the day, we are our best guru. We know what's best for us, and we should be making decisions from our aligned, heart-centered truth, what's best for us, not what somebody is telling us. So you are your best guru. You can heal yourself. All that I am, all that anybody else is just a helpful reminder to come back home to yourself. We're just helpfully reminding you of how to guide yourself back home to you. Number 17, your intuition will always guide you. Yes, 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 yes. Don't feel I need to say anything else about this. Your intuition will always guide you. Listen to it. It will never serve you wrong. Number 18, the universe will surprise you. Yes, hell yes. You think you know it all, you know nothing. The universe will surprise you, and enjoy it. You think you know how things will come to you or how things will pan out, the universe will always surprise you in a positive way for the highest good of all. So allow yourself to be surprised. This is why flowing is so important, so you can allow your desires, the surprises, whatever is meant for you to come for you for the highest good of all. But believe me, you won't know how it's gonna happen, so enjoy that process. Number 19, obvious because of what I do, but we create our own realities. I just wanna chuck that in case someone's watching this who isn't familiar with my work. We do create our own realities, hashtag living it, and yeah, we do. Check out the law of attraction. We create our own realities. Number 20, we can't control things. Yes, biggest truth bomb, which I've definitely had to learn, and a lot of us have to learn throughout our spiritual journey and manifesting. We're not in control. Yes, we can set intentions. Yes, we can have plans, but how the universe delivers that to us is none of our business. The hows, the whens, the whys, it's none of our business. So really, we're not in control. And control is such a human trait to have, to feel safe and have that stability. So we're not in control. And trust that you're supported and held by the universe with that. Number 21, don't chase, attract. Another one of my favorite quotes. Don't chase, attract. Stop chasing things, attract things. If you're chasing things, you're pushing them away. You're going 90% of the way, you're pushing them away. It's not a co-creation process. Law of attraction is co-creation, 50-50. So you meet the universe with intention, with inspired action, and with doing your inner work, and the universe meets you with that attraction. So don't chase, attract. What is for you will never pass you by, and when you stop chasing, the things that are truly meant for you will come to you. 22 is unconditional self for love. I don't really know what my point of this was, but unconditional self for love is so important. Unconditional love has been one of the biggest lessons in my life. Being a life path 33, yeah, kind of my jam. And although I will learn that for all of my days here on this earth, I feel like this year I've truly understood the meaning of it and how we have to unconditionally love ourselves first to be able to love somebody else unconditionally, to be able to have somebody else unconditionally love us in whatever capacity. So unconditional love for self, whether that's self-love, self-care, work on it, you will not be disappointed. Number 23 is you don't need to be fixed. You're not broken, you're not a china vase that has been smashed on the floor. You may have some blocks, you may have a bit of resistance, but you're perfect just how you are. And you don't need to be fixed, you're not broken, you just need to come back home to yourself and remind yourself how to let in unconditional love and feel unconditional love. And that's what the inner work is there for. But you're not broken and you do not need to be fixed. 24, everything but not all at once. Very true quote. We can have everything but not all at once. Trust the timing in your life. Everything will come in its own timing, and trust that. Enjoy the process and enjoy where you are here and now, because nothing is ever set in stone. Nothing is promised to us in this world, in this lifetime, and everything is temporary. So enjoy every single moment for what it is. 25, you know what's meant for you by the way your nervous system feels. Ooh, good one. You know what's meant for you because of the way your nervous system feels. If something feels and it's filling you with anxiety and stress and just your body's going haywire and your nervous system doesn't feel at peace, is that meant for you? In the past, in my experience, it hasn't been. Things that have been meant for me flow with ease. My nervous system feels relaxed and calm. Yeah, I may have some like natural fears and natural thoughts and natural questioning. Of course, we're human, we're not perfect, not designed to be perfect, but you'll know what's meant for you by the way your nervous system feels. Listen to that and remind yourself of it every time you manifest your desires. It will never do you wrong, that advice. 26, that we can heal our bodies alternatively and holistically. So as you guys will know, and I feel this is an important one to put in here, of like looking after our bodies, we can absolutely heal with all types of things. So you guys will know my health journey. My prolactin was really high this year, like dangerously high, and I got my blood test results last week, and another reason to celebrate because I myself reduced it down to a really healthy amount, which even my doctor was like, how did you do that? Because we did not medicate you. Obviously I'm pro medication, like I've taken medication in my life, I do now, so I'm perfectly fine with that. But for me, I always try and look for a holistic route as well. I always look for how I can do something with supplements, how can I do something naturally. If, you know, obviously if I need medication, I need medication, but if I can do something naturally and it's safe and healthy, I will do it. And I did it with that. So we can absolutely heal our bodies naturally and holistically as well, with supplements, with yoga, with meditation, with breath work, with sound healing, with therapy. Oh my god, so many things. And that's also not me bypassing chronic conditions. My best friend has chronic illnesses, so I know that, you know, firsthand. But what we can heal, obviously, we can heal holistically and even relieve symptoms. Maybe not fully cure something, but relieve symptoms and feel at ease. 27, that being a dog mum is the best thing in the world. Yes, it is. Luna came into my life this year, as you guys will know. Best thing ever, don't regret it. She's the best in the world. She's sassy, she's massive, she's a massive dog now. She didn't turn out to be very mini at all. And she's just the best. So that's my 27th point. And my 28th point is that I have the best followers in the land. And I don't say that lightly because I do. And you guys are also supportive, so lovely, so amazing. And I couldn't do any of this without you. So you guys are the best. So there you have it, guys. There is everything I've learned in 28 years. I mean, obviously there's probably hundreds of things I've learned, but those are the things that felt really potent and really important to share with you this year. So thank you all so much for your lovely birthday wishes. Thank you all so much for love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. I hope the next year is going to be super exciting for all of us, and even more transformative, even more amazing, and even more special, full of love, abundance, joy, and magic for all of us. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you have got some pearls of wisdom from it which can help and inspire you along your day. And please let me know what your favourite point was in the comments below. I replied to them all. I'd love to hear what your favourite thing was, or even if you've got some pearls of wisdom you would like to share from your years on this earth. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I replied to them all. And of course, you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next YouTube video, which will be next week. Lots of love, guys.